Okay, we've got a lot to discuss today, don't we, Roms? Monts will be here in a second, guys. Where do I start? What in the KLOPP was that? Wow. I told you, man, I'm going to have the last laugh. I've been telling you, man. What's the point of singing Bobby Firmino's song when he's Brazilian? He's a Portuguese speaker and you're singing Spanish songs to him. He don't understand the word. Si, senor. He don't know what that is, bruv. Roms, fam. 1-0 Bournemouth. They held it down today. You, man, I told you, man, this was your cup final. You lot don't want to listen. Hey, Troops TV next week is going to be so sweet. It's going to be Haribo Tanfastics all over again with sherbet on top of it. Roms, man. What was going on, fam? Please drop me an apology right now, because you know this is going to get worse. You got a whole week. This is the early kickoff. No. You was right about something.
I'm not apologizing to you, but first of all, credit to Bournemouth, they were good. But as for us, you know what's so mad? I'm not gonna lie. I thought we'd win this game, but I'm surprised we lost this. Not necessarily. We're not. You know that phrase. We're not mourning people. We're literally not mourning people. That we get up, we're rusty. We don't get up for the game. That's our 5th early morning kickoff this season. We've won none of them. And the first 20 minutes, I was seeing on the TL certain things. Yeah, we were comfortable around, but nothing was paused. But nothing was penetrating. There wasn't that decisive through ball. It was poor. We were not up for it. It's I have to criticize our players, but after last week, all them players that turned up went missing. My boy Nunes. He was chasing the shadows, needless fouls. Salah, again, great last week. Man, we're looking to you. That penalty, oh my days, you just had to hit the target. You know, you've kicked ball, Kaz. You know when you're trying to place it too hard? That's what he did. He tried to place it too hard, and it's gone into Rosed. The changes were questionable because as much as Nunes had a poor first half, again, he was our outlet. I don't know why he then takes him off. Again, even Elliot for me was the only player that was somewhat trying to create things. He takes him off for Jota. To be fair, Jota's probably our only player that looked the most threatening. Got the penalty through him. Was a pen, by the way. I think most people agree. It was on target. His hands in an unnatural position. But I don't even really know where to start. Honestly, I don't know where to start.
I can't wait for Monts' excuse. I know Monts is loading up. He's doing Vegeta Goku settings, fam. I understand it. I big up everyone that's in here, by the way. Let me gonna go through some of the comments as well. Big up Sid. He says, bro, Cass, open Twitter and see a tweet I mentioned you in. I'll do that, my guy. Spencer Stewart says, season in a nutshell, inconsistent. Football Band's channel says Coke 0 today. Anakin says, Monts, we got to talk. Come to the front. Halinators with the cherries. Everyone who doesn't support Liverpool, please send me some cherry emojis. Put them down in the comments today. It's not 7. How can you mask a 7-0 with cherries? Cadcar, love to see that. RJ, Alex, everyone smash the damn like button. We're only on 35 likes. They have to hold that one. And by the way, if anyone in the comments wants to jump on right now, especially if you're a Liverpool fan, please let me know. I'll get you in here right now. Just let me know. Yeah? So, obviously, like Roms, man, I would say I feel sorry for you, but I really don't, because
you're the last person I wanted to speak to you.
Oh, you know what's gonna happen, because I'm gonna have to go through some of the statistics. You know what I'm saying? So the statistics show that you was actually a good team. 70% possession, 15 shots, obviously a penalty miss. Van Dijk, Van Disney, you know, all of that good stuff is no good today. That was a disaster class. This is what I mean. But the thing is, Bournemouth, like, even though it doesn't show, they actually played well. They held it down. Their front three were destroying you guys. I thought you lot was going to batter them. After that Van Dijk header clearance, and then obviously Nunes miss, then the penalty, you lot should have done way, way better than I thought.
Because my prediction for this game, I went with a 1-0 to us. And I didn't think we would batter them, even after last week. But I knew it would be a tight game, but I thought we would win. But for me, even the goal, sloppy through the middle.
Sloppy toppies, bro.
It was sloppy through the middle. And
sloppy toppy, bro.
You can't let Atara just run past you like that. First, he kind of went in and he kind of backed off to Jockey. Then he's kind of left Robbo to then commit. And then when the balls come in, Konate tried his, but he was on the stretch. He tried to clear it. But Trent needs to be reading Billing. He has to. Again, he doesn't have the blinkers on, but Trent had to pick up Billing, in my opinion. But after that, we've had chances. But we just, for me, I don't know about you, because I never felt like we were going to score. Again, it was nice. It was pretty. We were keeping the ball, but there wasn't that incisive through ball. We wasn't penetrating them enough. This was from minute one as well. And I don't even know. This is why, and the tapes are there. Even after the 7-0 win against UDOT, I said top 4 is on, but it's no guarantee. My prediction was I still think we might just miss out. Mont said, no, I reckon 4th is possible now. Like, he didn't say we're 100% going to get it. We said we're most likely going to get it. But this is why I say to certain Liverpool fans, try and keep a lid on it, because we are inconsistent. Because the maddest thing, Kaz, we probably get 6 out of our next 6 out of 9. We now got Chelsea, City, and Arsenal. We'll probably do well in them 3 games. We'll rise for them. The big teams aren't our problem, bro. It's the bottom half teams, especially at this time. I don't want another 12:30 kickoff again. And me, in my opinion, we're going to get knocked out to Madrid. I don't think they would then have to, unless the fixtures have already been released and they've got TV schedules and that. I don't think we will need to have a 12 o'clock kickoff again. I think it will probably be evening games, but we don't rise for these early morning games, bro. And it's so annoying.
I'm just about to say, how dare you think you're going to get 6 out of 9 points when you have to go away to Chelsea, away to Man City, Arsenal top of the league by then. I don't know. There's going to be a tough game. You might beat them, you might not.
4 out of 9.
And then you got to go Leeds away when you can't even put any past Bournemouth. This is horrible shit. This is horrible shit.
But we can put 7 past you, and you're still one of the top 4 teams.
That don't matter though. We're a blip in itself.
We can score against the big teams. It's the bottom half teams we'll struggle with. I'm telling you now, because we'll do well in our next 3 games. We will do well. We'll do well. It's just us. It's just Liverpool. This is what we do, bro.
No, man, that was awful. I don't know. Let me see what other guys are saying in the comments as well. Don Arsenal TV says, don't blame Trent for that goal. Blame Robertson and Virgil van Dijk. Paul Tierney says, Altari, Django, Baller, sign from Laurie at 9-1 between teams. Paul says, Liverpool is top 4, race for sure and good chance. Jordan says, no, how are you going to thrash United 7 and lose to Bournemouth? Do you not agree that was your cup final?
I wouldn't. Wait, what was our cup final? Today's game or
last week? Last week was your cup final.
I'm not having that yet. Because again, top 4 still is possible. That it still is possible. So I'm not saying that was our cup final, but obviously we're gonna go. We're gonna get sad because it's 7-0 against our arch rivals. But straight off that win, because I said it on this channel last week, I said I would not be surprised if we now then drop points, because this pattern's happened. We'll beat a big team, then lose our next game or draw our next game.
Are you sure?
And it's just frustrating, bro. I
know
you're loving this. You're loving this.
You got Real Madrid next. All I'm going to be hearing is you, Monts, all of that is going to be, when you get that smoke, you're going to be like,
I can't do it. Perfect.
And then a little bit more blips, you know what I'm saying? I just don't understand it, Monts. So are we going to go back to questioning Klopp again, or are we going to go back to question FSG? Who we gonna blame today? Go on, let's have a little think.
For me, I don't even think today is really on Klopp. It's more on the players. For me, the changes were questionable. The only thing I'm going to give Klopp slack for is the changes, because for me, Elliott and Nunes being our outlet and Elliott being the most positive player in the middle that was actually trying to create things, you then take him off. The Jota and Elliott change, I get it, age, experience, all that. And Jota did do well when he came on. That's one player I'm not gonna sign up. But for me, it was the Nunes coming off for. Who did he bring on again? Because he made a triple change, and for me, again, he's trying to shore it up. But we're not. It's not like we're protecting a lead or protecting a draw. We're chasing a game. The way Anthony was cooking Milner on that left hand side, for me, the subs was questionable from Klopp. But for me, this is on the players. You just had our biggest win against UDOT last week, and you can't even rise for. For Bournemouth, knowing that if we won this game, even if it is for a couple hours, we would have been in the top 4. And it's mad because I don't even think Spurs are going to win. They're probably going to draw their game now, which makes this even more frustrating. But
Mm.
I don't even know what to say anymore, bro. Like, I honestly don't know what to say. This is just Liverpool, because a lot of our fan base will not be surprised we've lost it. Let me not say lost this game. Maybe surprised we lost this game, but a lot of our fan base won't be surprised that we've dropped points, drawn or lost this game. Dropped points in this game, because it's just us. It's been the story all season. All
You know what I
season, bro.
mean? I'm Roms, man. All I'm hearing is bare excuses, bro. Like it's one
Well,
of
I give
it's
almost their credit.
I Monts, where are you at? Monts, where are you at? I'm calling you out. You're taking your time. You are taking your time. You will be here. No matter what, you will be here. All I'm gonna say is I might have to get a rival to come through. I might have to get a rival to come through because I think this ain't good. I don't think this cooking is good enough at the moment. I have to be in the host setting and I have to be in all sorts of ranges right now. But Roms, it was only yesterday on Big Six Bants where you was getting onto me. It was only the other day, right, where you were running 7 jokes. It was only the other day when you said, how many letters are there in your name? It was only the other day saying, this, that, and the other 7-Up cans, How do you spell Neves backwards? Means 7. No, green and gold looks like a 7-Up can. I've heard it all. But you just lost 1-0 to bottom of the league. Klopp went back to his 4-3-3 again, and it did not work. After 20 minutes, it did not work. They picked you apart. This guy don't know how to mix and match his stuff right now, what I'm saying. He doesn't know how to manage a game. But I saw Jota come on. He threw Firmino on. Nunes came off. I think Cody Gakpo, I thought he was the truth, Moms. As you were saying, you don't really like Gakpo. You never really was onto him. But Nunes, he's meant to be a difference. Come on now. Roms, that's what I said. I need an apology live today.
Apology for what? I'm not apologizing to you. That's what I'm not
Nah,
gonna do. Why am I
because you
apologizing
think
to
you
you?
can run the shameless game like me. I come back around. I come back around. You know what I'm saying? I'm in here cozy in my dressing gown and everything. Guys in the comments are loving it. Big up Saeed in the building. Back to reality, Liverpool fans. You hear it. Relegation battle just hot. I mean, top 4, confident? Still? After your next 4 games, by the way?
Listen, you know me. I retain the same opinion, and I said this after 7-0. You will back me up in it. I still think we just miss out because of games like this. We are inconsistent. But I'm not worried about the top teams, bro. But it's the games like this. Like you said, we'll probably do well. I know you don't believe this. I believe we'll do well in our next 3 league games, and then Ellen Road probably lose. Like that's just us. So I think we're just about to miss out. It is on now. I'm not gonna sit here and say top 4's not on, because it is. But again, you have to look who we're competing with. Newcastle are going to falter off. Brighton, they've got 3 games in hand now, and if they win all 3 of them, they're like 4 or 5 points clear of us. But I believe they've got you in one of them games, and I think they've got Newcastle. So they've got tricky games themselves. Spurs, I'm not worrying about Spurs. I don't care if Joel's watching, Deji, Patrick. I don't care about Spurs. My main competition is Newcastle and Brighton for this, but.
Nah, you're talking
I think we just miss out. I think we just
you're gonna have to hope that Arsenal do a job of Fulham tomorrow. Now that's your rivals right now, West London.
Fulham as well, yeah. Fulham as well.
These edition says apology for what? For trying to run me to the ground. You know what the worst part is? Yeah, is that as funny as the 7-0 may be, that's just getting masked. Like now, that's just because of that. It's getting masked. Because how do you lose the bottom of the league is one thing. I think relegation battle, they fought for it, this, that, and the other. Was that handball even a handball when Arsenal had what? I think Arsenal had 4 or 5 decisions, appeals, by the way, in their game for handballs, but the refereeing decisions for today, it was one and done. It makes no sense for me. Roms, please, I'm doing the talking. When I speak to you, you can speak. Okay, yo. When I speak to you, you can speak. Right now, I'm in control. Man. I'm in control right now, yeah? I'm above you. I've got more trophies than you this season. Okay. So, anyways, was that a penalty or was that not a penalty for the guys in the comments? Because for me, yes, his arms were in a reckless position, but do you want him to jump like a salmon? Do you want him to jump like he's R2D2, where his legs and hands are all down the side like a robot? I don't understand that. Because for me, he jumped up. You have to use your arms to elevate yourself up. That's the way jumping works. He tried to look back and he was pointing it down. The proximity. We always talk about proximities, right? If it's too close, it's not. Was the header going in? It might have been going in, to be fair. It looked like the trajectory was going in. But for me, he caught life and justice was served. And this ain't even going to be an agenda against Liverpool. Because for me, right now, it's forever agenda against Liverpool. But I mean, I just don't like the inconsistencies of refereeing in this game. Now, Roms, to you. Now I'm speaking to you. You may speak. Yeah, was that a penalty for you or not?
I alluded to it earlier. For me, again, it was the way the season's gone. The narrative, it shouldn't, because we've seen that type of situation not been given. But in a lot of games, like you said, many Arsenal games. I think Newcastle had one early in the season as well. But in isolation, that for me, that is a penalty. And it's not even me being biased. If this happened to other clubs, I'll say it again. It was on target. It was most likely going in. And his hand was in a natural. His arm was in an unnatural position. I know you're saying, yeah, but you kind of need to elevate yourself. You naturally your arms have to be up. But that is a pen for me. And do you know the funniest thing? You're going to start laughing. The funniest thing about that is that was our first pen this season, Kaz, in the league.
Was that what?
That was our first penalty this season in the league, I believe. Yeah, I think it was our first pen this... Actually, maybe our second... No, Bournemouth, we didn't get a pen. I believe that's our first pen this season. And Salah overthought it. So, off the top of my head, comments tell me out, but I think that's that's our first league penalty this season. That's the most frustrating thing. But
well, I like that you came on today, Rom. Sorry, it's not easy. But look, I'm trying to ring Callum from Coppish. Doesn't want to answer the phone today. I'm currently ringing Matt. From Coppish. People can see that. I don't look. Can you hear the rings? I don't hear nothing. I don't hear anything, guys. Where are these guys? It's a shame, man. People don't want to jump on.
Got the coke. You know who said Coke Zero? That's acted on him. Hasn't got the Coke out.
So I'm gonna bring in another rival. You could say, brother from another mother. You know what I'm saying, like that. He was a great number one to you as you was number two, and all that kind of stuff. But it's only right that justice is served with somebody else in the crew. He's actually taking his time out to come on. Man like Daps. Daps is wearing black for daylight robbery.
With talking, I thought, 1 second. Good, she's going upstairs, right? The way Talk Sport were talking in like the 50th minute when you're 1-0 down, they're going, but Liverpool look like when they score one, they're going to score three. They're going to win this. And it was like, do you know what? They need to allow doing that now. This is not Liverpool of 2 years ago, right? This is a different Liverpool. Like, don't get me wrong, still the substitutions. James Milner, Jordan Henderson, Bobby Firmino. It's like Klopp. It's like, please, oh God. Like, when Man United went and got, when Man United went and got Paul Scholes at retirement, like, bro, just come, we need you for one season. Like, but I'll be honest, bro, Trent, right, Trent as a footballer is a good footballer, right?
Here we go. I know what you're going to say.
In the right system. I'm not saying Trent is a shit footballer, but Liverpool fans, Jurgen Klopp, everyone needs to stop defending his defending, The man's defensive awareness is dog shit. Now, I'm not saying he was at fault for the goal, but...
No, but sorry to interject. For me, it was Dijk and Trent. Everyone's going to say Robbo, but what Van Dijk did, he let Otara run past him, and he got lazy. He said, you know what, Robbo, you deal with this. I've not dealt with this. You deal with it. Konate was at full stretch. I'm seeing some people get onto Konate. He did as much as he could. But for me, Trent has to have his blinkers on. He needs to recognise that run.
No, but this is the thing. It's defensive awareness, Like, defenders know what forward players are going to do. They know what runs people are going to make. Trent does not know any of that. Any defending Trent does is like, oh shit, maybe I should tackle because there's someone there. If they're not there, they're not in his mind. Like, and I was just thinking, like, so what do you do with Trent? Because I don't think Trent necessarily is a winger or a midfielder. For me, with Liverpool, the fact you have, Konate, Gomez, and Van Dijk, right? The fact Fabinho is having a very off season, right? For me, go to a back three and play with Robertson and fucking Trent as wing backs.
We've been saying this from early in the season.
It's so obvious, man.
Can we get a drum roll?
Because
is he here?
Can we get a drum roll?
Let's get ready to rumble!
Hi, Monts. Hi, Monts.
It is D-Day today.
You know what I'm saying?
It is D-Day today.
Hi, Monts.
So, Monts, this is... Do you know what? I feel like right now, yeah? Thank you for what you did last week, yeah? Right? You humbled them, and that's great, right? But for me now, yeah? Thank you, because we will still, as a football community, don't worry you, man. We will always remind them that their mentality monsters held 7. However, Monts, the way this stream needs to go, you speak when you're being spoken to, right? I will decide when you speak now, yeah? I will decide when you speak.
You can, but not him.
Yes, I can.
Pat.
Oh, yes, I can.
And I'll remind him about the 7. So right now, I'm the fucking powerful motherfucker around here. So both of you,
I will
speak
talk
when
when I
you're
need to
spoken.
talk.
You better win. You better. be
Monts.
Oh, I know,
Monts,
I
please,
know.
Please beat Palace.
Monts.
Remember, you haven't played yet.
Wait,
Monts.
listen, if we don't beat Palace, we're going to end up having to get something like a fucking Tottenham fan to tell all of us when to speak.
That's quickly. Do you know why TalkSport were saying them things, yeah? Because they were just going off stats. Bournemouth in winning position have dropped the most points this year.
Yeah.
When they've been 2-0 up in, I think, 5 games, they've not won. We're top 3 teams from scoring from the 75th minute to the 90th. All these things added into it. So that's why they were speaking like that. We were expecting.
You put the maths in mathing.
So-
The maths
Yeah,
is not
it didn't
mathing.
maths. It didn't.
I've got a couple questions.
It's just
Monts,
the wrong
please,
stat, bro.
Monts,
The wrong
please
stat.
be quiet. Monts, please be quiet.
You don't
Please
get to do
speak
that.
when spoken to.
don't
From
get
now
to do
on,
that.
I'll ask you the
You don't get to
question.
do that.
What's gonna happen
You
is
don't get to use my bars. Sorry. You see me. I'm not you. You don't get to use those bars.
Monts,
Doesn't
please,
get to happen,
please.
bro. Sorry.
Monts.
As I said, everyone else can get on to me. Pre-game, I said
Monts,
United
Monts.
fans can't get on to me.
Yeah, sorry, he's coming out the stream quick. Anyways, he's out the stream now, guys. Don't worry. Monts,
You
you're
sent
out the
him
stream.
off?
Yeah, so I'll ask. I was just gonna give him a timeout. He deserves a sin bin. Deserves a sin bin. He don't understand the way it works on Never a Foul. Clearly, can't take a taste of his own medicine. So yeah, he's muted at the moment. He's out the stream. He'll be back in now. I think. Monts, have you learnt your lesson? Anyways, all right, cool. So Monts is back. So Monts, I'm gonna ask you a question. Yeah, you had so much chest for me, and rightfully so. You know, I can't lie because next week on Troops TV is gonna be a long day, not just from me.
Oh
A
shit!
long
Hold
day.
on. Oh, fucking hell! I just caught Salah's penalty.
Jeez, man.
I just caught it.
I said, can I have my ball back?
I'm gonna go drink some cherry aid later as well. Don't worry. I know that one head. So Monts.
Oh, I like that cherry. Yeah, I should have got.
I was just thinking, Monts. Yeah. Was last week your cup final or not? Is that just proving everything that was your cup final?
No.
That's the first question.
All right. First of all, why does everyone say this is a cup final? If any rival beats any rival by 5, 6, or 7 goals, you're going to treat it like it's a monumental moment because it is a massive moment. You lot are trying to downplay it and say it's a cup final for us to try and make yourselves feel better about a result that will always be remembered. Yes, Liverpool don't have much to play for this season. Our aim is top 4. Your aim is obviously to maybe get a few more trophies and obviously cement your top 4 place, which is pretty much there. That's it. Your people are not going to remember 1-0 Bournemouth. They're going to remember 7-0 Liverpool. So first of all, stop trying to make yourself feel better and stop trying to use other people's clout. Again, you're using another man's clout to get onto Liverpool because you can't use your own. Because when you had a chance to lose your own, you shipped 7. So you lot can move your agenda. And again,
Monts,
we were
are we still talking about the past?
We were poor to. Again, we were
Are
poor
we still
today.
talking about the
and
past,
we'll go into
Monts?
that.
Something that
We'll
you
go
said yesterday, talking about the past. Monts, that's the
We'll go
past.
into, you asked me to speak, so I'm speaking. We'll go into all of the stinkers today, the individual stinkers, the tactical, the poor tactical play from Klopp, the poor substitution. We can go into all of that. But what we're not going to do is forget the 7-0 because again, just know this is how strong the Man United fan base are. You lot are doing like a cherry. You lot are trying to
But
No.
Monts, that's what I said to you. Don't worry, right? Thanks for what you did last week. I've got that, and I will remind them. Today is not your job to keep talking about the 7-0. Today,
You lost
the job
1-0.
is to talk about.
But Kaz asked me about the 7-0. He said, "Is that my
So Cass, you need to stop mentioning that.
I
That's not
can
good for
as
your
respectfully as the host. I get some absolute leeway with this. I have to ask the questions. I have to actually do it because I actually got no choice. So, anyways, I was just asking that's your first questions. 2, like you said, Monts, in your stream yesterday. Let's not talk on the past. Let's talk on the present. Cool. thanks to you now, that 1-0 has pretty much masked over. Not forever, obviously, because history's written. That is now masked over. I don't even see sevens in the chat no more. It's done. You just got cherried, fam. You just had a bro. I'm gonna eat a bag of Haribos later.
Masked over
You just masked over. No, because you know what it was.
Wow.
I was
Come back to
expecting
this fucking 7-0.
You know what it is.
Stop
No,
it.
wait,
Stop it.
Monts, please.
It's
You
in your
get
head.
Monts,
Stop
you
it.
get
It's in
simbined.
your head.
Monts, you get
It's still
simbined.
there.
You get simbined. Look, everyone, including yourself, Daps, Roms, everyone, just like the whole chest we had, we thought that you were gonna go in and smoke Bournemouth.
Oh, I did.
3,
I said yesterday.
4-0. I expected 2-0 at least. You know, go on.
I stopped all of you, man, on the stream yesterday trying to work out maybe how Bournemouth could get something and said, stop this. Stop it. Liverpool are going there. And I said, but this is the story of my life with Liverpool this season, that I keep saying, and Cass, to be fair,
You keep giving us the benefit of the doubt.
I keep saying Liverpool are going to go on this run now, and they're going to be the team from last season. And I honestly felt it this time. Like, again, I thought, yeah, this is it. Liverpool getting top 4. You, man, have let Tottenham fans are back.
Tottenham are 1-0 up, by the way. They just went 1-0 up.
Well, Tottenham fans are back.
Charlatan.
What you man have
Oh
basically allowed Tottenham to think they're going to win the Champions League again.
Oh
You
man,
gotta give them hope. It's the hope that kills them, bro.
you know what it is. I feel like you've just masked over because that loss and the way it's been going on for the week. You just masked over the 7. Like people don't even care about the 7-0 no more. That's the reality. We're gonna always get banter for it, but not gonna really care for it no more. The only way that it's gonna continue if Man United lose to Southampton tomorrow, in my opinion. Monts, please. So, anyways,
I get what Cass is trying to do now. Cass is trying to basically wipe the 7-0 from history.
It's not. What did I just say, though, Daps?
Not going to be
What
wiped.
did I just say, though, Daps?
It's never going to be wiped.
Once I said history has already been written. You can never forget the 7-0, but I said it's been masked over by your 1-0 loss because how are you slapping 7 and not going there? Now you have to question your manager all over again. You're going to have to go question Pep Linders all over again, FSG and the rest of it. You're going to have to go fly another plane over Anfield.
Do you know what it
so
does?
anyways...
Do you know what, Cass? Do you know what it does?
I was going to ask about the penalty, to be fair.
Cass, the conversation... like over the last couple of days on quite a few streams, not just us, I've heard Terry talk on it as well a lot of times.
It's offside.
Is that basically, yes, the 7-0 will always be remembered, but at the end of the season, your season will not be defined by one game. And right now, like, if you don't get Champions League football, today is more important to you, man, than the 7-0 one.
Yeah. By the way, the Richarlison goal was offside, so it's 0-0 still.
Okay. Hold tight.
I told you, it's the hope that gets them. It's the hope that gets them.
Let me ask you a question, and Daps, because I didn't get your answers. Was that for you guys? Be honest. Was that a penalty for you guys? Like
100%.
100%.
I didn't see it. I was on radio.
I think if you look at it in the rules that we want football to be played, no, because you can't. To jump, you have to maintain your balance in it. But the amount of handballs we've seen and the rules, the current rules at the moment, and the fact that it was a goal-bound header that was less than 6 yards out, that's why he has to give it. You can't blame the ref for giving that. He has to give that.
I don't think it was a penalty.
Salah obviously didn't think it was.
I think so. Yeah, Salah was trying to be a good sportsman.
Yeah, Salah's like, no.
You saw the Salah Gerrard thing where they sat together and watched the stuff. I don't really think Salah was being he was being the perfect human he is. And he saw, you know what? If Liverpool are going to come back, we need to do it sustainably. Rather than, we're not cheats. No, I'm joking. Salah was shit. He stunk up the guy. 5 out of 10.
I want to rate Bournemouth.
I was saying to Cass, we've all, you know, Salah was trying to place it too much. He was overthinking it. He was trying to literally get perfect in that top bin. And it's like, bro, just hit the target.
I agree with Martin there, yeah. I agree with Martin. He says the handball rules need to be thrown out and start again. Because last week we saw Bournemouth, I think there was like, with Arsenal, there was like 5 claims of handball. And there was one of them that was pretty much exactly the same kind of situation and never was given. But this week it was given. Look, Bournemouth balled out today. I can't lie. The defending was good. Liverpool weren't as great anyways, but I think Billing was exceptional, bro. We have to say he ran your midfield after I think the 20th minute, 50. He was a spark.
Sorry, who was?
Billing. He was billing that Zubi. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, he's billing it. He's billing it.
Billing is billing it, bro.
Philip was billing it.
You know what? I wasn't really sure, Roms. I don't know about you, obviously. For me, the substitutions and the
starting lineup. I just have to ask you the same thing.
Yeah, like
They were
If
sus.
you look at the starting lineup, yeah, I saw Elliot and Batacic on the piv, and I was like, that's a bit too 17 and 19
Did you say on the piv or on the piss?
on the piv. On the piv.
No, but I can't lie. In the preview I did, I wanted them to, because the only way you can make young players accustomed to these situations is by playing them. So I didn't want to see Hendo back in.
Now bleed him in, little Bournemouth away, light game, little Bournemouth away, little younger lot. I get it. Makes sense.
Still, the thing is, you're taking a piss, yeah, but I actually mean that. We should.
No,
be
I mean it, bro.
thanking
You
these
look
lot.
at you look at Bournemouth away. Look, you beat Bournemouth at home, what, 9-0? Right?
Yeah.
Bournemouth away. Yeah, play the youngers, man. Play the youngers.
We didn't need
Like,
Hendo. We didn't need Hendo for this game. We didn't need Hendo.
I think Klopp and I think we spoke about this yesterday on BSB. I think someone said, "Does Klopp have an eye on Madrid?" Or like, and we're like, "Why would you have an eye on Madrid when you're 3-0 down? When you're 3 goals, like you're 3 goals down, going to their ground? So what are you saving Henderson for? What are you saving?
But he must have, because he hooked Trent early as well, and he didn't start Hendo. So his thinking is, I need them for the Bernabeu.
No. Trent got brought off because Trent was being fucking roasted.
No.
I also think that he was, but also Klopp's thinking was, I need him for Madrid. That I think we could.
You know what? I read.
No.
You know,
I think Van Dijk.
You're 1-0 down. You're 1-0 down, and you think he's thinking, oh, forget this game. I'm thinking about, no, bro, not 1-0 down. Maybe 3-4-0 up, he would have done that. 1-0 down, he's not making that change because he thinks, I'd better rest Trent.
Daps.
Do you know what?
Klopp has done very strange things this year. I believe he had Madrid in his head. I honestly believe that. Yes, Trent was poor. I agree with you.
That's
I honestly believe he thought, you know what? Let's try and have another miracle. I need you. I don't want you to get injured. I need you for midweek. That's my belief for that.
You know what? I personally, I think. Oh, go on. I was going to say.
I was just going to say, I don't think there's no Madrid in the head kind of. You're supposed to be a top coach. You're supposed to be a top coach. Yeah. Don't give me that shit. You was only saying certain man, not you lot, obviously, but certain man will call him Klopp to Pep Guardiola. Klopp's the greatest, whatever. He should be able to manage a Bournemouth game, bro. And on top of that, secondly, for me, what was it? I don't think it was your fullback's fault this week. Why? It's ironic. It was ironic. Did anyone see Tom Little's best 11 of the Premier League? I don't know if it's on form or is it right now.
I saw that. I just had to.
The best part is he put Konate and Van Dijk as his centre back pairing. Who were the worst players today? I'm sorry, Konate.
Yes.
And Van Dijk were your worst players. Not
I'm
Trent.
glad this Konate hype's over because that was a new one, innit? When Van Dijk was a little bit shit, everyone's like, Konate's the fucking next big thing. Now all of a sudden that's gone quiet again.
But let's not do one bad game though. Like when
No, I'm not. No, I'm not, bro. Konate, like,
he had a few bad games to be fair.
Just before the World Cup and just after the World Cup, Konate was this, like, every Liverpool fan was going on about Konate. Let's be real, bro. For the last month and a half, 2 months, ain't no one talking that talk on Konate now.
Yeah, well, how about he only came back 2 weeks ago from injury.
And how long was he out for?
He was out for he had a hamstring. He was out for like a month.
Oh, fair enough. My bad then. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's why you like.
He was bad today, but he was bad today. He was very bad.
No, but Monts, that's his point. Not me specifically, but generally our fan base was saying best young centre back in the world. They were putting him on his pedestal.
I still think, yeah. As I said, football, we do love to look at things in isolation a lot. And obviously, from what Konate has done this season for Liverpool, he's been better than most centre-backs. And I think this is probably his worst game in the Liverpool shirt, 100%. But Konate and Van Dijk are 100. This is why I say the Trent agenda still lives for me. Because Trent wasn't great today. Trent got beat, I think, twice today on the dribble. But there were, I think, in the first 15 to 30 minutes of the game, he was playing very well defensively. Like Liverpool started well until they scored the goal. The whole back line was rattled, and I think it came from It came from Van Dijk and Konate consistently being shaky. Van Dijk getting bodied by Solanke many a times. Konate's line was awful today. Every ball over the top.
But man, I've got to disagree with you. You can't say Trent was good defensively the first 20 minutes. They didn't. No, you said the first. You just said now the first.
Until the goal, he was fine. Until the goal, he was fine.
No. That's my point. You can't say he was fine because they weren't attacking us, bro. He didn't have to defend.
It was down. There was nothing was happening, bro.
I'd say more centrally. They weren't attacking Trent.
They did attack Trent. They did it. They did. They attacked him, and it wasn't working. And then obviously Anthony got an. I said after the goal, I think Trent wasn't good after the goal. Obviously,
And you know why that is, bro? You know why that is? This is the issue that Liverpool have, right? When you go a goal down, right, Trent's role then becomes more important because he's one of your chance creators. Yeah.
He has
So
to
all of a sudden,
forward,
when you go 1-0 down, it's like, right, must assist. He's doing that, and ultimately he does not have the cover. And this is what I'm saying: 3 at the back. It just screams 3 at the back because Gomez can cover him perfectly.
Do you look at this game and think? I think the missed opportunities, Liverpool should have just scummed this win. If you look at that Van Dijk header, he is free as a bird, less than 4 yards out, and he heads it wide. Salah misses a penalty. Do you know what I'm saying? Salah, there's another opportunity where Salah should have just shot. He's 2 yards out and he tries to do a drag back. Rob, you see that? He tried to do a drag back. Like, honestly...
Monts, this is reminiscent of the Nottingham Forest loss when we lost 1-0 because Van Dijk again should have scored from that length. We had about 4 clean-cut opportunities. We're just not a morning team. We wake up like, we're not up for this today. Let's just get to
this is what I'm saying. Yes, Nottingham Forest sat back and played their game, and there were times where they looked dangerous, yes. But, bro, like, on a normal day, I can't say because this kind of is a normal day because when Liverpool go down, they're not. We, as I said, we Origami FC, we love to fold in it at this moment in time. I think we have to go 1-2-0 up to believe we're going to win a game.
Yeah.
When it's 1-0 down, you can feel the nerves. Personally, when Salah missed the pen, I knew the game was done. Personally, I didn't have any hope of us coming back. I didn't even think we was getting a draw simply because there isn't a cutting edge about Liverpool. Klopp was wrong to take off Darwin Núñez, not because Darwin Núñez was playing really well, but because Salah was playing really bad.
Yeah.
That's simple. The front 3, none of them were good. Stop. I don't know why people were doing the Salah. None of them were good.
Would you agree though? When Jota came on, he was a bit more better.
Jota was a bit.
Oh
better,
shit! Chilwell just got a banger.
But it was again.
Shock.
It was more moments. I can't say Jota come on and he lit up. Bro.
Yeah. Because everyone looked so bad, he was naturally going to look better than the rest because everyone was so bad in our front line. But so I feel Jota was our most threatening, you could say. Won the penalty as well. Monts, I've not even asked you, who do you think was at fault for the goal? Because the generic people are saying
Van Dijk.
Thank you. You know Robbo's getting heat for this. Van Dijk was lazy. He left it to Robbo when he should have nullified that from early.
Yeah. Like Van Dijk, Van Dijk done everything right. He got goal side of him, and then obviously I can't remember the name of the winger. It was like a stop-start, and rather than at least put him under pressure so he hits the cross. This is my thing. If a man's gonna get a cross in, push him, put him off balance, stand in front of him, close the gap so he doesn't have to pick his spot. Because if you look at the cross, it actually even like Konate is also at fault because the cross bounces over Konate's foot.
Can I quickly interject? Because out of our back 4, I think the wrong 2 are getting accused. People are saying it's Konate and Robbo for this goal. For me, Konate went kind of behind him. He was at full stretch. For me, it's Trent and Dijk for this because Trent should have had the blinkers on, bro.
Konate puts himself off balance and he's off balance too much for me. But he's not to blame. Yeah. These are just every little detail with the goal. For me, Robbo, they kind of left it to each other, but Van Dijk is the one. It's his man. Like it's VVD's man, and VVD for me. You can see the flashes of what like when Solanke squared him up 1-on-1 and he just ushered him off the pitch. That's what he should have done. That's what should have happened. When my man went through on goal and VVD caught him and mixed the tackle. Yes, it was offside, but it's moments like that where that's what Van Dijk was doing consistently. Now there's inconsistencies. I'm not gonna listen. Van Dijk was horrible today. He misses a free header, and he was beaten in key areas twice. And one of them leads to a goal. And that's the difference. Bournemouth only needed to beat Van Dijk twice for them to score.
As you said, Monk, even as a centre-back partnership, Konate misjudging the bounce of the ball, him trying to tug people back. Solanke had both of them on toast. I haven't even checked the stats, but I think just through Konate and Dijk alone, Solanke must have drawn at least 6-7 fouls from the both of them combined. At least. He had them 2 on toast.
It was a mad thing, and this is why I say I think the fact that people are going at Trent, like it doesn't make sense to me. Trent had 2 men on him. He doesn't know whether to back post, front post. He doesn't really know what to do. He kind of just has to position himself in between and hope Konate blocks it, and maybe hope that it maybe falls to him. But I think I look at Konate as well. I look at Robbo and say maybe he should have doubled up. Maybe. I think it's hard to blame Robbo. I look at Van Dijk and say you are to blame. I look at Konate and go, it's the balance for me. It's the balance. I can
hear the balance. I
look at maybe not Saliba this half of the season, but Saliba in the first half of the season, for me, doesn't fall over and he hoops the ball upwards. Hoops it. Rather than bouncing over his foot.
His posture's a bit better, isn't it? Like he's more upright.
Yeah, like Konate for me, his posture for a lot of the game was wrong. Wrong type of posture. And for the moments when your centre-back partner does fuck up, for me, I think Konate has to position himself a little bit better, like you said, with his posture, to just try and block it. But again, VVD has to make that cross as difficult as possible. You can't give a man time and space to pick his cross. So, and to let Bill in. And the thing is that I hate right now, I think it's a why us moment, because they went 2-0 up against Arsenal. Arsenal come back and win. They went 2-0 up against Tottenham. Tottenham come back and win. They went 1-0 up against us. Not even 2-0. 1-0 up. And we had more time to come back and win the game. Tottenham had less time. Arsenal had less time. Do you know what I'm saying?
Monts, I was saying before you jumped on, they have lost the most points from winning positions this season. But who's the team to give them their first win? Us, bro. Honestly.
And I think, and again, Salah for me, again, and Salah used to fuck up Bournemouth, you know. He used to fuck up these man. Every time, I think he got 2 hat-tricks. Has he got 2 hat-tricks against these man? He's got 1 hat-trick.
Yeah.
It's good, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But even in the 9-0, even Salah stunk out in the 9-0 as well. Remember, everyone backed him.
Quickly back to the Trent thing. I know you said Trent was in 2 minds, but I feel an actual defender in that moment, you have to take a risk. You have to gamble. You have to stick with one option and go to. For me, if he just commits to billing and cool, if it then goes past and we scored, then I kind of hear it's like a lose-lose because people be like, why didn't Trent pick up the other guy? But for me, he kind of just has to take that risk and commit to billing and hope for the best in that. The fact he kind of was like today's coin to kind of let him come through. I'm not saying Trent's the main problem here. For me, it's Van Dijk. It stems from him, this goal. He's the main problem. But I think Trent could have did a bit better. I think Konate, I understand the posture thing, but for me, Konate and Robbo, they're kind of more the scapegoat. Them two are less at fault than Trent and Dijk. For me, the way I analyze that goal.
No, I hear it. I hear it. I as I said, I think KLOPP is to blame. Obviously, when I do my match reaction video, that will probably be out in about an hour. When I put that out, I'll probably go into more depth about KLOPP's decisions. A part of me wants to be like, you know what, these man started really well. They did start well. Liverpool peppering these man. We were looking comfortable, and then we just took our foot off the pedal. Even before the goal, they started to get a little foothold into.
Yeah, they had a spell just before they scored. Yeah.
Rakitic and Harvey, you play one of them. You don't play both of them. Do you know what I'm saying? You don't play both of them. I'm sorry. Stefan stunk today. He stunk today. People aren't going to say it because he's been so good. He's been really good. He stunk again. Since Madrid, he hasn't been the same.
Thing is, I can't be a hypocrite because my 11 I wanted was that 3. So I didn't want to see Hendo.
I didn't do it. I wanted Henderson to start. I wanted Henderson to start because, again, for me, the team that's just won against United, you don't change it.
Yeah. I was going to say, that's the cliche saying, don't fix what's not broken, but...
I know why he played Harvey. He played Harvey because he bossed it. He bossed it against United. That's why. But he bossed it against United because United obviously, it was a blip in the matrix. Not even a blip in the matrix. The same way we beat Everton. Big game tax. Same way we beat City. Big game tax. So what happened after we beat City? Leeds and Nottingham Forest.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm saying earlier once.
Big game tax.
That's why to a lot of our fan base, I would say the loss is surprising, but dropping points isn't surprising. If this ends as a draw, I reckon a lot of our families wouldn't be that surprised. I'm surprised of the loss. I'm not going to lie. I thought if we was to drop points, it'll be a draw, not a loss, bro. I didn't really see this coming.
Bro, I said my head says 2-1. Obviously, my heart says 3-0, but my head says 2-1. And again, because the omens, I did say this, and Kaz, you can vouch for me. I said the omens are not favourable. We haven't won at 12:30 this season. And also, we haven't won 3 games in a row. We haven't. That third game just seems to elude us. That Crystal Palace game was the worst game I've ever watched. in that last 5 years. It's one of the worst games.
You know what, Monts? We actually have won 3 in a row, but the World Cup was in between. So it's not we've actually won 4 in a row, but because the World Cup was in between, it didn't feel like it. You get, we had a big break.
Yeah,
but I know what you mean. 3 in quick succession, like within 2 weeks. We've not done that.
I'm gonna wrap it up there, anyways. I'm gonna go watch the other football. You know, actually, I probably won't because Chelsea and Spurs are just winning. They're not losing at the moment.
Kane Bags. I was gonna put him in my team.
Yeah. Anyone else got anything else to say other than that? Other than that, you guys are crap.
Bro, like football's a humbler, innit?
Truth TV.
Gritty Monts, man. I need to ask this question. Kaz asked me earlier. Are we getting 4th? Obviously, it's possible, but if you had to predict from now, are we going to get 4th? I think we just missed out. I said this even after the 7-0 win. I think we just missed out. Took a days like today.
My last prediction, before the United game, I said we're getting 5th. After the United game, I said we're getting 4th.
Yeah.
I think now I'm back to saying 5th again. You know what it is? I don't want to keep chopping and changing. I'm looking at the table now. You'd think no, but each game, that's the whole thing about, because it's all the inconsistencies within the top 4 battle. Like we have City, Arsenal, Chelsea.
And Leeds away, and then Leeds away, and then Leeds away.
We'll probably get 7 points out of the 9 in that shit, you know, and then fucking
lose to Leeds.
Do some shit against Leeds. Like I said yesterday, like do some shit against Leeds and draw. Like we seem to stand up in these big games, so I'm not going to count out Liverpool. I still say we're going to finish.
All I'm looking forward to is some rivals. Obviously tomorrow, you two are going to be on it, by the way, so it's all going to be even better. I can't because I'm going out to the game. You know what's going to be great as well? Troops TV is going to be amazing because when you hold it against Real Madrid and then also Bournemouth, Monts' tone's going to be definitely different. So, yeah, man, it's all good in the hood right now. Thanks for tuning in. 1 like away from 100. We're going to be back literally for the Chelsea-Tottenham reaction. We got Chelsea fans on and Tottenham fans, including your boy Deji. So, yeah, man, it should all be great. And we'll be back. Oh, one more. Hit 44 with the super chat says, VAR mental. I don't know what's a handball or not. Big up yourself for the late. But basically, straight after the Chelsea game, come straight tune back into here. And trust me, hopefully, they're probably going to win, to be fair. So Mo will be hosting up with a couple others. And then you're probably going to claim they're going to win a league or something. So, yeah, man. In a
Big
bit.
6 bands to 7:30.
7:30.
Roms, please help me. Please be there. Yeah, Big 6 bands to 7:30.
All right, say that.